had done it, they were in the Matrix, but instead they get not clubbed to death, but glocked to death at the bomb site.
What an absolute bloody blunder. Glocks. Just running in the B side. No utility, nothing.
You could like see it as like a slow, just a car crash happening here.
I don't know what's going on. The comms, they started shooting each other.
Oh no.
That was an absolute horror show. Like, well done to G2. Like, don't take much away from them, but that's NIP's round to lose. Oh, that's the most demoralizing way for it to go down as well. If you're up against like the Tech-9s, some Kevlar, some utility, fair enough. But come on, man. You can't win this game. You could if you're giving that round up.
As soon as he lets go the first 5 or 6 bullets, S-Tag, you kind of know, okay, there's so many people coming.
The thing is, yeah, he tried to go, he committed too hard to that first kill. He dumped the mag and then didn't have time to even reposition. Maybe they can bring it back. They're going to force by themselves. So once again, flashed out.
Okay.
Overwhelmed. But S-Tag does get the first. There's something else to be said about this one. There's no trade in response. It's getting very uncomfortable now for G2. They've taken a lot of damage en route here. This is the force buy from NIP. They've got everyone in position. Did they just call it off? They might have to now. Okay, this round just got a lot more interesting. S-Tag making up for the previous round already. Gets them the advantage. A boatload of damage inflicted to 3 players as well. Hoping that next up, the only player of 100 HP, could find a pick and response. They've got an M4 now.
It's a bizarre scenario. They had someone, like Hooksy was so deep on the bomb side, you would think and someone else could have followed up. They could have got in there. Config going to investigate. Goes down. 37 seconds here. One smoke left on Monacy to try and see if they can maybe open it up. Some good kills happening now on the side of G2. Alex, bullet to the face. Nex are able to connect 3 kills on him. That might have saved the day, but look at how low
I know, exactly. Like, that's the only way they win that. And Nexa is the tip of the spear. Like I said, the only player that had 100 HP to begin with. He gets 3 kills. The most important one you just saw on your screen there. And Rez won't have the intel that they're all low. Even if he did, like, what's he going to do? He could kill all 3, defuse the bomb in 10 seconds. It's probably not going to happen. Best case scenario, find Nico here and save that AK-47. I would say he probably gets the kill. But such a cheeky position, though, from Nico. Maybe he wouldn't. That's a real dirty angle. There's a kill, though. Apparently not. Nico just absolutely owns him. And now this is the worst possible start you could have on the CT side. You win the pistol. You then don't even lose to a force buy. You lose to Glocks. And then you force by yourself and don't win the round. You are bottom of the barrel loss bonus. You got full eco now. Great effort, don't get me wrong. They made this one uncomfortable. But unless you win it, it doesn't really mean anything because you can't punish. You can't buy anything in the next round. Like, you're full eco territory. And like, DJL's going to have some very inspiring words here. Like, maybe they do fancy another force buy. I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, but they must be getting desperate. That is, I mean, the round that they lose to Glocks that's suffocating.
Yeah, you can't, like, if you want to be the underdog and have a chance of winning these sort of matchups, that's just not acceptable. Like, they know it as well. Can't afford to lose those rounds. Yeah, that's it wasn't like some sick strat with even a couple of flashes. They were just going to rush A. Yeah. But Molotov said, let's just go back and go B. That was it. That was the tactical depth.
Oh, like, I forgot about that.
They like made a sound cue across the bridge, saw the Molotov, ran back. S-Tag dumps a mag, gets caught off, offers of the rifle. And then, all hell breaks loose. And as I mentioned, has to be the full eco.
Talk about it no further, Henry. Let's not.
Just leave it there.
I can't listen to it anymore. It's making me sad.
Well, it's not going to get any better anytime soon. Detecting the A stack, that's just invitation to make their way over towards B. They'll beat them to the punch. They'll get in there first. Even if there is a player waiting, the most he's got is the USP. So that's round.
Yeah, and to recover the MAC-10, not that interesting, to be honest.
Exactly. You're buying them next round. You might even throw that away.
Yeah.
You don't see many CT defenses with a MAC-10, but...
I mean, if you can get a couple of kills with a MAC-10, maybe you could even sort of afford
it's
a bigger weapon.
Worth just looking for exits, yeah. So that's the thing. You don't want to save it. You just want to try and get that $600. Like, send the USPs in first, try and do some damage. Hopefully MAC-10 gets the kill and gets the cash bonus. Look for exits towards B, potentially. Let's go down the ladder, I assume. Get in T-spawn.
Yeah, they kind of got the right idea. They were in the right area. See if Alex can make a heroic drop down. Bomb about to go up. Might do a little bit of damage to the T side as well, so that might keep them a little bit lower.
Might as well. This is it. He's going for it. And yeah, it doesn't really matter. Like I said, they're not going to be saving the MAC-10.
Nope.
So, G2. Can't believe it. I am seldom lost for words, Anders. Like, that second round is going to haunt me as well tonight. And it's not looking good. They are officially in the danger zone. As G2 find their 10th round. It was the CT side that was very disappointed from NIP in the first outing in this rematch. Nico smiling. He's currently top of the scoreboard, Anders. He had a slow start.
A very slow start,
But he's up there on 14 kills, 12 deaths. Monacy beneath him on 13. Like, that's the two names you want at the top. So far, so good. This gun round might decide it all. Oh, good damage.
Yeah, want to see. But they know where S-Tag is. There's one grenade. More are sure to follow. Molotov on the one side here. They're trying to see if they can force him into the line of sight of the AWP, but actually good understanding for S-Tag. Oh, no, it doesn't even matter.
So good.
Shot through the grating there.
Yeah. They knew he was isolated in the fight. Oh, Nico just got such a read on this. So what are you going to do?
Die.
Yeah, like, you have to react to it. Like, you've lost control of B potentially. Like, someone has to initiate a flank, find info, what's going on. Like, if you can see it, A-Ram's clear, let's rotate over towards B. But Nico just waiting for him. Snares him at the bottom of A-Ramp. 50 seconds remain, 5 versus 3. Utility still remains for an execution. They can smoke both sides of the bomb site. Molotov boost. And there's not even anyone here. The round's already over. They don't even know it. That's what you call a little gamble stack. You know the round's done, but hey, if they make a huge mistake and come here, we'll be willing to fight. Not going to see that situation realized, but...
You know, if you're watching like a live stage show or something and a performer falls on stage and everyone's like, oh, you feel bad.
Well, like when Shara fell through the stage. Do you remember that?
That's what it's like watching NIP in that round with the Glocks. Like, I know I'm bringing it up again. I said we shouldn't talk about it, but it's just, it's like the whole, in this match right now, there's before that round and after. And after, it feels like nothing's worked for NIP. Otherwise,
it's like, I can't stress enough. Like, that's the most haunting round to lose. And when you're against G2 and you've won a pistol, a convincing one. You've anti-stratted them as well, Andy. You've done your homework. You've caught the anti-strat. Everything's going in your favor. They've gone full eco. They didn't even get a plant. And you lose to the bloody Glocks. Lost absolutely everyone on the save as well. Oh, no.
Ilya, can we start how we ended last time? So you just walk in B and you kill him with up, okay?
Yeah, let's go.
Say less, says Monacy.
that's straightforward.
I'm fucked.
Yep.
I'm fucked. Yep. Yes, you are. You've been naded, Molotov, wall-banged.
Oh, and they're planning, it's even funny because we know they're planning to do two of them again. They're like, let's do it one more time. Why not? We spend so much time talking about like wild strats and anti-strats and all the preps, like just go kill him. Can you just go kill him?
Can we close it out the way we did before? And you just run into B and kill them. And he certainly delivered on that promise. A partial buy. I think it goes without saying, you all know this is a bit desperate now. If they can win it, I'll commend them. I'll tip my proverbial hat. But they have no further utility. An opening frag. The grenades are landing once again. No kills found just yet on the T side. No double kill for Nico either. It's getting a little bit more complicated than it should. Can they do something with this one? The problem is there's been so much damage inflicted. You can see head trick, config so low. It's not slowing down S-Tag though. Oh, that might be it though. Good effort, but that's going to be map point. 6 of them to work with here on the G2 side. The absolute favorites coming into this one. And unfortunately, it's not looking good for an IP.
3 or maybe 4 C75s in the round. That's not happened for a very long time. Damn. Good shots. I mean, nice attempt for an IP. But it doesn't really change the direction of the game at the moment. 12-6 here. G2. Around the way. Monacy showing up at 17 kills. Right behind him is Nico at 16. don't know what you do about that. Oh my
Yo.
God. Hat trick.
Yeah, he gets his head removed.
Yeah. Gonna be a closed casket funeral on that one. He's out.
Okay, well, this is the easiest call of Huxley's career. You take down the orb on the other side of the map. It's just going to a full B execution now. Maybe even the contact play. You know, just S-tag there at the very most. And actually, it's
Not
completely open. Oh, my God.
They've rolled the dice. And
That might be GG. Probably is GG, I should say.
yeah. Config started to show up, but he's only got 5 kills. They need him to really do something. He's been sideswiped by Hunter. 4 versus 3 here.
Another nade lands. S-tag. Usually the B anchor. Nowhere to be seen.
They have another Molotov.
As they walk into a completely open bomb site. A walk in the park in the second half. It's more of the same. The CT side just can't cut the mustard for NIP. Piece by piece, they're being torn apart. A couple more kills will do it. They're holding on for dear life, but it's m0NESY looking to close things out, and he does so with style and grace. 4 kills from m0NESY. He finishes top of the scoreboard, and it's a very convincing finish. G2 will take their opponent's pick of Vertigo as everyone contributes to another stunning performance, looking to knock NIP out of the tournament. They pick up Vertigo, and we have Anubis coming up next.
Same map, same result, same ending. G2 once again victorious on the grounds of Vertigo. And in spite of an NIP that looked a little bit more inspired on their T side, a little bit more in the backbone, I have to admit that on that second half, G2 closed any sort of debate.
Yeah, it would have been nice if we could have a competitive game, a competitive showing for
Would be
NIP.
nice.
Would be nice. I think you're right saying that the first half remained slightly more competitive than the second half. Unfortunately for NIP, they fell flat. We spoke about it coming into the game. You need someone to step up. You need someone to cause trouble for G2, someone to apply pressure so they can also feel that pressure and perhaps mess up themselves. And no one, absolutely no one from NIP stepped up for the occasion, which is why we see such a one-sided affair once more.
And the issue is, of course, if you have individuals who can step up and save you a couple of rounds, that's great, but you still need to have a very minimum of quality of protocols for you to get to bomb sites without getting multi-killed. And they were struggling to do that. We just had the round history. We saw this sea of CT rounds from G2 in the first half. And of course, there are players capable of multi-kills on the G2 ranks, but it's also because they're not put in uncomfortable positions. You're talking about m0NESY just clipping shot after shot after shot of AWP. You're talking about Nico sneaking in sandbag, and no one is really taking care of him, so he gets that multi-kill. It's only towards the very end of the first half that NIP is starting to play a bit more together, a bit more refined on how they take map control, how they trade, and they finally win rounds. But before that, you cannot allow G2 to be that free, that encumbered.
I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you, and I find myself often in the position that I have to constrain myself when I speak about NIP. Because what's their excuse?
Let it go, Jacob. Just let it go.
What is the excuse of NIP? We just saw Falcons. Well, we know their new team, their new project. We see a lot of teams who's made roster changes. We can find excuses for pretty much any given team out there in terms of time together, in terms of players in out of positions or out of roles. NIP was a team brought together for the fall finals in Copenhagen. They now had 2 months off of an off season where they could practice, they could come up with an identity, they could figure out all the solutions, all the roles within the team. And I've been left disappointed more than not during this tournament when I see them play. Yes, second time around, it was looking better for NIP. Today, it's more of the same bad play coming out of them. And I simply can't come up with any excuses. What is the excuse for NIP to not perform? If you can tell me, please do.
Well, listen, I'm kind of the host right now, so I'll let you to come up with the analysis. We're going to dive into the second half because if we can find some positives, some silver linings for NIP, D's abruptly stopped in the second half. They have a good pistol round, but then what does happen? An immediate reset with a very easy, fast beam. It's basically just people running at you, and you can see that there is no way for the defense to help each other out. The trades go into G2's favor. Even though there is a low HP onto Hunter, they take the space away from NIP. And this is really heartbreaking in terms of momentum. It's really heartbreaking because NIP had just won a very one-sided pistol round with great call, great ID from them, the dual Berettas coming into, and then this round comes up, you literally rush B. It's a face-it rush B with good pathways and 1 or 2 good flashes, and you're gonna destroy an M4. Like this is pretty much, when I see this round, like I know the game is over, as weird as it sounds.
I want to see it again. I want to see it one more time.
Do we have to?
Dissect. Yeah, we actually have to, because it's not a good B rush coming in from G2. S-Attack gets the first kill, right? He's not, no flashes, no nothing at him. What are the 2 other players doing? Config is shooting at his teammate, shooting at everyone at this point. There's no one flashing for each other. There's no one nading this side. There's no one putting down a Molotov that perhaps dissects the map a little bit or make some of the backup players from G2 not able to come in and help. Not a single NIP player used a grenade in order to make life for themselves easier. That is some of the most piss-poor Counter-Strike I've seen all tournament long. And honestly speaking, it's unacceptable. As I said, what is the excuse for NIP in this situation? It feels like it's a team of individuals not playing together.
I would have to fault communication. Like literally, communication is the only thing I can
Understanding of the game?
Yeah, I mean, if you're Asetag, and I imagine it's get a little hectic on the team speak, right? You're calling for a rush. The only thing I can imagine is that there would be too much confusion for the two players backing up to realize I have to take your left-hand side cover, because the only reason they lose is because this player is allowed to go to our server and gets the blindsided kill onto Asetag. That's the only reason they lose, and they should be able to trade him. So is that a chaotic situation? Is that what we're looking at?
Yes and no. I think it's just...
Oh, no, I know. Thanks.
Yes and no. It's the symptomatic style of NIP. It's the reaction coming in. We know Config is a player that is... He's trusting more in his aim and his utility, right? Let's be completely honest. And Res, he trusts more in his aim than his utility. So who's supposed to be the player coming in to help?
So who's flashing?
With a Molotov, throwing a flash, helping not only yourself, but your teammate, right? I don't feel... I don't even know. It's not that I don't feel sorry for Asetag, but he's well aware that the teammates around him are not going to help him, right? It's just one of those situations where I feel the players that you put together in that area of the map, all they look for is fighting and dueling, and as long as no one is willing to put down a flash, put down a Molotov, or put down a nade, rounds like that is going to happen occasionally, and that's just not good.
Well, Jacob, you're angry about the lack of utility.
Yes.
Let's have an idea of what G2 did with their own utility. Okay. I found round 17, which I thought was pretty interesting in terms of building around and just like a chess game, just piece by piece taking apart NIP. We're gonna see here Asetag being zoned out, nade onto him, m0NESY gets him from the left side, and once they find the kill, they revert back and Nico just punishes head trick. And it's 10-6 scoreline. It's a big round buy from NIP, and this looks so easy. This looks like the easiest round ever, but it's not that easy. It's just well constructed, good utility zonage, and then good map coverage from G2.
Yeah, you can't take anything away from G2. I think they played a good T side here in Vertigo. I think they played a great map overall as well. Again, I guess it's just my mindset right now that is very, very negative. But you see one player as Asetag again isolated. No help, no nothing, no flash to get him away from that position. Sometimes you see a player get isolated, and then you have a mate coming in with a flash. You can get away, or a Molotov for that matter. That's not happening. Then Hetrick is pushing down by himself. There's not a teammate within 10 meters of him. There's no potential for any refrag whatsoever. Again, you're looking at a disjointed team just playing one by one by one by one. So of course it's easy for G2.
Well, I think you just proved me. You know, I need a break. He needs a break. NIP needs a break. Everybody does. We'll be back in a few minutes, and then we're gonna dive back into map number 2. Hey, you. Welcome back. You're watching Blast, and you've made a great decision. Well, you have a problem, Jacob? Would you like me to?
Hey.
Would you like me to greet you like that in the morning?
I'm good.
He drives me every morning to the studio. I promise
Not
you,
anymore.
in the studio, in the lobby tomorrow morning, I'm gonna say, "Hey, you," and I'll see how he reacts. Listen, we've just witnessed a beating. G2 made easy work on map 1, but let's have a quick look at our fantasy team as well. I see ranked number 2. That's pretty okay. I mean, Connor Scrawny he's a very decent guy. He's got a lot of experience.
Yeah.
I think, in fact, he destroyed you in the fantasy bets last
Not going too
year,
well
right?
for the Danes, that much I can't say.
Yeah, that's not going too great for you guys. But you have 2 G2 players on your fantasy team. Is that correct? I have Nexa. I know that.
I believe so. I think I got Nico, so that's
You have Nico.
shabby. He's going to give me a lot of points. The only reason why I'm down here with the other 2 brain-dead Danes is because I haven't had my point for the G2 players just yet. So
Ooh, you're right.
just fine.
You're right.
Don't worry
You
about
guys, obviously, you can have a look at blast.tv if you want to see how your fantasy team is doing. Jacob, how many NIP players do you have?
I was considering a total of 0, and I ended up with 0 as well.
So, mission accomplished. Successful.
Successful so far, but
All right.
Who knows what happens on map 2, Matthew?
Well, exactly. That was going to be my next question because, matter of fact, we have already seen this map between these 2 teams. It's a similar veto, and
Yep.
it didn't exactly go well the first time around. It was one of the most hollow, superficial, boring map. I'm so sorry to put it this way. No resistance whatsoever. Help me see a world in which there is a different horizon. You have 20 seconds.
Alrighty, I can't, so I'm sorry about that. I think G2 is hands down one of the best teams in the world of Anubis.
Okay.
They've proved that time and time again, even in their period where they were struggling a little bit, where they couldn't find their form, where Nexa came into the lineup as well during Abu Dhabi. I think they still played Anubis at a very high level, being able to contest the best team in the world in that map. Whereas for NIP, it's not a map they fancy to play a lot. They don't have a lot of history on the map, and it's relatively new into the map pool. So there's absolutely nothing pointed in the direction of NIP being able to win the map. For me, I want to alter my expectations a little bit. This game for me is already done. G2 has won the
Do you want to go home already, or would you like to stay until the
Not
end?
necessarily go home, but if NIP can give me a game, if they can make it competitive, if they can push G2 to, let's say, double digits, if they can make them sweat a little bit, for me, that's enough. For me, that's enough for me to say that, all right then, NIP, you did better than I expected, because that's the only win I see them getting here. They're not going to beat G2 on Anubis, but if they can get to double digits and make a game out of it, at least they can entertain us and maybe work on that foundation for the future tournament.
Small, tricky question. When they played last time, of course, G2 started on the CT side, but that didn't really stop them from destroying NIP.
No.
Do you imagine a world in which NIP say, you know what, why don't we try and start on the CT side? I know it goes against the meta of Anubis, very much so, but if you're in that situation, I mean, might as well just go for desperate means.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on how NIP want to lose, I guess, and how fast they want to lose. I would very much be surprised if they choose to start on that CT side. I would always go for the T side. If anything, so NIP can try to dictate the game. Again, try to take control over it. They're going up against one of the best teams in the world on Anubis in G2. But if you're NIP, you may as well go for it. As I said, expectations are already met in the sense that they're not expected to beat G2. They lost their own map pick as well. So it can't even get any worse from this point onwards for NIP. So go in there, start on the T side, try to dictate the game, and maybe see if you can apply pressure to G2. Maybe there's a surprise in the making, but there's nothing that suggests that as of so far.
Well, listen, whenever we establish such a grim context, sometimes we end up with eggs on our face and we get surprised, and who knows, maybe that's what's going to happen at the end of this map. But I'm going to be real, my dear casters, it looks a little bit grim for NIP. It doesn't look that great.
Yeah, I tend to agree, Matthew. We're going to Anubis again. This was the second map in the first outing as well. There was only 2 rounds in total picked up by NIP. They got 2 on the T side, Anders. That's all they'll be starting again, presumably, because it's G2's pick. They get to opt where they'd like to start. Most teams like to start on the terrorist forces. But yeah, it's not looking good at all. I share the sentiment of Pimp, though. If they can at least make this entertaining, at least show us they've got something left in the tank, that would be great. I don't want them to just roll over and die here in this second map.
Well, the odds certainly have not improved over at GGBet. It's looking even more terrible than it was to begin with. Almost a -1 here. Yeah, I don't know what to say. This has been super disappointing in terms of what NIP could provide here. I know they just brought in Alex, brand new in-game leader. There could be a lot of adjustments, but yeah, some of the individuals, some of the stars here, like the inconsistency, it is a problem, and especially when you're up against Nico and Monacy, who are just playing so well. Second map is coming up here, and with everything on the line, NIP need to try and rediscover themselves right now in front of your very eyes. It's not an easy task.
All right then, ladies and gentlemen, tournament life on the line. NIP need to bounce back. It was Convey that posted 6 kills in total. Bottom of the barrel for NIP. He should be the star player of this squad. Estag showed some form. Rez, We know he can be good with his P250. He's had moments. Well, this won't be one of them, I'm afraid. Config, though, stepping up. Ilya, he's got that unsilenced USP, his calling card. It's not the prettiest kill, but he gets it done.
Yeah, and I think Alex was with a grenade in hand, trying to do something else, maybe flashing a teammate over at the B-bomb side. I don't know, but either way, that's all in the past now. S-Tag and Hetrick hoping for some long-range battles here that they can win. S-Tag kind of realizing, yeah, he's in a little bit of trouble here. Don't want to get double P to that range with the USP, so has to respect it. Maybe they can run for the A-bomb side, try and get a bomb planted, but it's not going to be easy.
I was going to say, this duel, I didn't like that. No real reason for it. Contain them, run the clock down. Like, they were going to lose it eventually, and now this round is back on. 3 versus 2. Hetrick and S-Tag trying to work out the next maneuver.
What's the chicken sliding around for? I don't know.
Was it in the water? They swim if they touch the water.
No, it's literally just gliding on the ground. I've never seen that.
It's just a beta of a game, unfortunately, so you have to deal with these sort of things.
That's so bitter, Henry. The bomb is making its way to the B-bomb
so
side.
That suggests they're just hoping for at least the bomb plan here. So S-Tag.
But this can actually be fun, though. If he can get one kill, he's actually escaped. This is even better. He's not even there. Bomb's going to be planted. 2 versus 3. Let's go.
All right, they've got a good chance here. They've done very well to set this one up. There's no kid available. Both players down towards the dark side. Hetrick, S-Tag, both with 100 HP. Retake will actually be quite challenging here. They've got so much ground to cover, so many nooks and crannies to discover. And here we go. Oh, well, that might do it.
Yeah, it might. Next, smooth headshots. The 3rd kill for him at the end. I'm still really impressed. I mean, that's a nice way to handle the 2-on-3. That was probably the best chance they were ever going to have an IP. So, not bad.
It does let them have Galils, or maybe AKs in this second round. I was about to say, Rez, he's normally good with his PT-50. I couldn't even finish the sentence before Nico dealt with him. And a bit of a freebie here as Alex was caught with trousers around his ankles. Hetrick, nice kill, but next even nicer. Bomb planted, not the end of the world. Oh, not sure what that was about.
I don't know either.
But we are going to have a Monacy AWP. Hello?
Yeah, again. In the second round. They're really going for it. There's absolutely no utility to speak of. They still don't have a defuse kit in this round, so they're really quite sure that there's not going to be any kind of a bomb plant here. NIP bringing the bomb towards the A side of the map.
Normally when this AWP gets brought out in the second round, it normally spells disaster, honestly, but...
That's how I feel. It is on Monacy. Who can disagree? Not just the chicken, but Nexa gone as well. Forced out by the Molotov right into Nico, and actually he's so good. That's amazing. A little bit of a headshot there. Config gets overwhelmed, but Rez is there for the follow-up kill, and Hooksy now alone.
Okay, well done, NIP. I've actually got this one in their favor. The bomb's not planted straight away, but they're going to go back towards B, potentially? They've bought him a lot of time to reposition here. Hooksy might be out of luck, though. They've made the right call, anticipating his flank.
That's an awkward middle of the round here. If they would have gone back in, Hooksy might have had a really good crack at it, but he's going to find an empty bomb site on A. NIP is slowly but surely making their way over. They're going to be able to get the bomb plant. He still has the element of surprise. That's the one thing that can maybe turn it into a quick 1 versus 1 if he's really lucky with it. They've checked absolutely everywhere for him, but finally, bomb gets planted. Hooksy not that far away. He's got some great grenades. If he gets the first one here, it gets interesting because he can burn out Alex in the corner. Stead uses it there, flash out as well, but now they're both ready for him. I don't think he's going to be able to isolate a fight any longer. Probably have to fight almost both at the same time. A little bit of an aid, a little bit of a jump out, and Rez will take him out. Triple for Rez as well.
This goes to show you the power of the plant and the Pistolanders. Had they not gone that in the 3-on-2 deficit, they would not have the option to bring out those Galils and have success in this second round. Pressure now on G2. They will have to force buy back themselves. That's a disappointing one to give away, but well done. Capitalized. You see, the AWP was non-existent there. Didn't even have any sort of knock-on effect. Wasn't recovered by NIP. But as mentioned, that force by Deagles pretty much across the board. A 5-7 for next up. And Hunter. They managed to win with Glocks before. Can they do with Desert Eagles?
Yeah, I was going to say, whatever you do for NIP, don't lose this round.
Yeah, you can't.
You just...
If they lose this, it's GG. They're out of the tournament. they won't be coming back.
It's just so devastating. But we'll see if they can find a way to glide through this one. Testing the smoke in the middle, not really afraid at all. I guess I do kind of like that. I like that they're still trying to play without too much fear here, because if you start doubting yourself that much, it's going to be a really hard game to win. Nico back here. No one's checking for it at the moment. If he stands up, he might just get a nice clean headshot. There's one looking for a second. Scary moment right now. Backup being called for, and Alex getting overwhelmed. That's 2 kills, Henry. The rest of them trying to attack the A-bomb side, but it's already gone slightly off the rails. Trying to get back on. Great headshots coming out. NIP just absolutely forceful take of the A-bomb side. They brought it back, but my God, it was close.
They lost the first 2 kills. Made the correct call. Full speed ahead and towards the A-bomb site. Take those challenges. All 5 members of the CT forces towards the camera room. They had already got themselves in position to fight, but just didn't have the firepower. And that was the force buy. NIP are back into this series now. That was a must-win round. NIP could not afford to give that one over. They've done it. Full eco now.
Super important round there.
Yeah, huge.
Well, now they got the MAC-10 out on Alex. He can run around and look for some kills. They should be able to be quite safe in this one. NIP taking it slowly. No one can blame them. There's a bit of a stack going on in the middle. MAC-10. That's kind of what it's made for, though.
Yeah. Find some space. Trade a kill. Don't lose a rifle. And you've ascertained the information that they've got at least 2 players in towards mid. Good swing, though. Perfect player to find as well. Europa will get another $600.
It's still fine. We're not worried yet.
No.
Rez out hunting. Does actually get synced. My God.
That could have actually been a kill for Hooksy there. All right. If Rez goes down with nothing, there's a chance. A very slim chance G2 can win this. I'm not worried at all, though. There's no way Hedrick dies here.
No, there's a powerful position to be in when they don't have anything to flash you out. Spray is just absolutely fine. Good 3 kills for him. They make it through the round. Slight bump in the road along the way, but we'll take it. NIP still continuing to build a bit of a lead here.
Now, bear in mind, we did keep mentioning it in the first map. This is a rematch.
Yes.
And Anubis was played in the first outing. It was a comprehensive victory for G2. They actually ended up winning the game 13-2, with NIP only getting 2 rounds on their T side. They've already bested that number. So already improvements and plenty of time to go. They've actually got a fighting chance here. Haven't been any disasters just yet. Still, with the financial control, it was the full eco in the previous round with G2, but there will still be some concessions to be considered in the next gun round here. NIP back on their feet, picked themselves up, dusted themselves down. Honestly, getting that kill with the MAC-10 does enable the AWP to come out once more, but as you can see, Anders, it's glass cannon, so that MAC-10 kill was imperative for him even bringing it out. Poor old chickens. Never stood a chance.
Getting a little bit of an aid on him. But yeah. Definitely far from perfect on the G2 side here. Rez with a 7-1 start. But where's the backup going to be coming from? Hetrick had a little bit of a triple spray down, so he's up to 5. That's good. But I want to see Config up there too. I want to see Config start to really warm up into this game now. Can't be Rez just trying to do this on his own. Molotov down, trying to see if he can segment them a little bit. Config has already made his way past. Nico's holding the smoke here. Off timing with the spray just a little bit. They're actually walking the bomb back, so now they're just going to park Config in the middle and try and rotate around him. That's kind of dangerous. If you're trying to retake and go for the B-bomb side to help out, and then Config's just sat in there, that can be hard to deal with.
Yeah, they've done very well to establish that mid-control. Leave him lurking. We saw it on Vertigo. It's very good at finding those timings, but he had such an underwhelming performance on the opening map. Looking good here. NIP got control of Darkroom, control of middle. It all comes down to the frags. Good Molotov. Dislodges Hunter in the backlines. Rez will go down courtesy of Hooksy. Here come the frags, here comes the swing, and it's down to the in-game leader with the hat trick. Config remains. Bear in mind, he was towards middle. Every second that goes by, Hooksy is considering that as a possibility. Smokes towards the side itself. Just wants to get the plant out of this one now. He's actually done pretty well, all things considered. They are going to swarm him, but he gets the bomb planted. They'll take that.
Yeah, that's... I mean, I don't think he could have done anything else. You could understand the logic of that round, but it's maybe a tiny bit over-engineered in the sense that for Config's position to mean anything, they must get in and get the bomb planted.
Yeah,
and the way to do that...
In hindsight, he should have been activated a bit quicker, right?
Probably, yes.
If he comes in at this moment when everyone's fighting, he's got a real chance. He's trying to catch rotations, try and find them, but I think, like I said, he got the bomb planted. If anything, at least it's not a completely null and void round. Hooksy, well played as well. Shout out to him. Where Hunter and Nico dropped, he managed to get 3 kills. So plenty of cash here. That bomb plant helps out tremendously. Even with the plan, they've got a Galil for Alex. Focusing on utility here. And it might be a bit more of an alien at the start. We're going to see Hetrick smoked off. Trying to get himself to safety. Quite a nice nade there. Puts him in one-tap territory for the M4s. And going through the motions. A main normally the main protocol on this T side. 2 players there as well. They're going for a sort of contact play. Well, guess who's waiting for you? That's not the man you want to see on the other side.
No, absolutely not. Pushed forward behind the pillar is Alex.
Yeah, he's done well to actually reposition here. Now, you'll be aware of this being a possibility. And he's only got the Galil. Oh, God. Could he see him? I guess not behind the smoke.
Yeah, I think the smoke's just covering, but it looks so thin, doesn't it? Bombers right behind Alex here on Hetrick. A little bit of a spray, but with the Galil, it's not enough for a kill, unfortunately. 55 seconds. Config still working the other side of the map, so they have a way out NIP. It's not all on this A bomb side. If they can create another opening, they can pull the plug on this and just go for it. Rez in the middle. You can see how they're poking for another chance through. If Rez gets one, if Config gets one, they can make a different choice.
Like we said, though, Config hasn't turned up today. Rez, that was the opportunity for a spanner in the works. It dislodges Nico as they rotate the bomb back towards B. Config's called for his teammates to come over. Nico's coming around with conviction. Rez ready for it, though. Good kill. Now Config initiates. Thing is, I've got 2 players here. The A play wasn't convincing at all. They were comfortable with Monacy set up with the sniper. He had information. He had control.
What a need.
You're in save territory now. And they're still going to commit. They're going to be swung on no, and Hunter can't believe his luck. Very convincing round for G2. Nice ideas there from NIP, but just couldn't find the frags required to really make that one convincing. No one moves away from the B bomb set. They've got a nice crossfire, and it's Hunter to mow them down with the AK-47.
And because they're all pushing through that dark room, they walk right into, I think it was Hunter's grenade. They just step on top of that, did almost 100 damage across 3 players. So that's why they're so softened up behind this one. Oh, I mean, I actually, again, you understand it from NIP's point of view, but they needed more of an opening if they wanted to rotate back to the B bomb site. 3-3. Scoreline is tied up, but it's G2 with a bit of string of rounds here. No bomb plant being allowed for.
Yeah, and the full eco to follow. Good luck, boys. You're running into Nico with an AK-47. They probably get him up to 1 or 2. Well, that'll do. They just need to try to protect the AK now. Oh, it's actually been recovered, but tagged. Alex scrambles away. Might try and give the AK to someone else. Hands it to Hetrick. Nothing he can do with it. They don't have Kevlar here. And to be honest with you, that's the best possible outcome for G2. 3 kills of that MP9 at the end.
Yeah.
$1,800 farmed up. So a nice injection of cash to the defense. And as I always say, like, this is a very T-sided map, and NIP have had some good moments, don't get me wrong, but only 3 rounds on the board so far. Here's next up with the MP9. Easy as you like. AK recovered. They've got 3 of those now on the CT side. Makes things extremely difficult to go for the picks on the T side now. Monacy, such a demon. When they're in the zone, when they're winning rounds, He can afford to be in a different position pretty much every single encounter. You never can keep track of him. Hunter with a like gap in the smoke. A chance with a frag, but can't quite connect the shots.
Yeah, you like to see the attempt, though. It's an interesting way to approach that one. I feel like there's like a hot evolution happening all the time towards this dark room position. Like, there's so many players that are really good at fighting on both sides that I bet week to week there's like a new little trick that's hard to even spot unless you're, you know, at the pro level. We need to send Mahone on that one.
The evolution of Darkroom over
early,
the last 2 years.
Yeah. I need the information. Oh, okay.
Nice work, Alex.
That's a very good job. Slowed down, but I don't think they really care. 45 seconds. m0NESY going to pick up some grenades there. Smoking off main.
Yeah, allows him to focus now on Darkroom. And I dare say he gets his next kill. Alex needs backup. m0NESY knows he's got him pinned. 30 seconds. They've got players outside B main as well.
It's only m0NESY here, though. This is kind of scary. He's alone. His backup's already gone away. Bit of a grenade as they try and see if they can make their way through. HooXi, bullet to the face, and he's dead. And m0NESY can't even fire a shot then. Wow, a lot of patience for NIP. It's a really, really good round.
Yeah, very disciplined. Waiting for their moment to strike. They keep all 5 players alive. They had control of the Darkroom the entire time. B main was under their remit, waiting for that smoke to dissipate, then collapsing in together. The most important shot on them all was from Headtrick, taking down m0NESY, who had that AWP, which he will pick up himself here. So there we are, we're right back on track. Will we have 2 weapons saved here? Looks to be the case as NIP will exit towards T-spawn. G2 let another one go. That's going to be 4-4, courtesy of Alex opening pick towards the Darkroom. Found Hunter.
Yeah.
Difficult duel. He had to run through the flames as well. He got the opening kill. Found in that territory. Stayed alive in the corner. Baited out all the utility from m0NESY. Waited till the smoke had dissipated so he couldn't be in that strong position. Then they go through knowing he had to fall back to the obelisk. So tactical timeout. Might be called by Taz this time. New coach. First tournament where he's behind the boys. He was president at World Finals, but wasn't actually there with the headset on.
And you could tell from G2's point of view in that last round, they really thought it was going to be a bit of a fake towards B and then go back to A. That's why they rotated, 3 players towards the A bomb side, leaving m0NESY on his own. So, yeah, not quite the correct read on the round in that situation. But still, it's a T-sided map. So watching NIP tie up the game here at 4-4, it's good, but we can't get too carried away. We have to remember that G2 still probably are in a decent position.
They need to be winning this half for us to start the conversation.
Yeah.
That they are going to take this map. Like, that is a very tall order. There's still plenty of money on the CT side. Bear in mind that the third map is Mirage. Before it was Nuke, I believe, but it was a 2-0 affair, so we never got there. Aggression now. Nexus had enough. Taking early B control. They've had enough being tentative. Throwing the kitchen sink towards T-spawn.
That was one of the plays we saw last time, wasn't it? HooXi pushing out of the B bomb side all the time.
That's right.
Flanking them just left and right. It was really sick, but haven't really seen that dynamic quite yet.
They missed the Molotov.
Yeah, they did. Otherwise, it would have burned out the back of the cake here. And Nexus stays alive. Oh, they needed that Molotov.
Yep.
It's betrayed S-Tag. He's dead now. HooXi taking a fair bit of damage, but still, Rez is the next to go down. And Nexa, you don't even have to fight for this too much. You can just kind of stick around. 5 versus 3. Nico will want to fight. And looks like they might have secured it. The bomb is really far away for whatever reason.
Oh, bit of a fumbled spray from HooXi and a fumbled Molotov as well. Not the one he was looking for, but still a bit of wiggle room here for Config. Bravely challenging the AWP, applying enough pressure to allow access.
I don't think they know Hunter's there at all. Config not even checking
So
it.
he's just going to sit there.
So, yeah, forever and ever. When they finally show up, oh, the AWP may be just in time for it. He still gets the shot. And Hunter with the swing, he can't land it. 1 versus 1! And it's Nexo comes out on top at range. That looked like Hunter nearly sold his team. That's scary.
Wow. Great reaction, though. The fact he finds the AWP towards B main, at least sets up Nexa with the advantage. The bomb wasn't planted yet. Config was out of position and goes down. That was the moment he actually found some access there. If Hooksy gets that kill, it's already round over. It's very close. Config, that's his best sequence so far in this series, and it doesn't equate to a round victory.
Yeah.
Which is sad to say, because he only posted 6 kills in that first map.
I can't believe that.
Yeah, like he's normally an absolute showstopper. But very quiet in this particular outing. If you are just joining us, this is an elimination game in Group C. And a rematch as well. This was the opening game of the group. 2-0, comprehensive victory for G2. And this map was played as well. It was 13-2 in their favor to close out the series. Not going to be able to replicate that scoreline. But so far, so good. They've got a nice allocation of rounds so far. 5 to their name on the CT side. Potentially a couple more cooking up. Let's see what they can make of it. Money is available, though, for NIP. A couple of players without grenades, most notably Rez. And again, that aggression.
Oh, right into the entire army out there, but the grenades are actually really good. S-Tag's almost dead. 4 versus 3 here.
Nice nade. Oof.
Yeah, got to be real careful on that one. It looked like NIP knew that was coming. Like they were set up for it. They had 3 or 4 people there. Smoke going up right on top. Hunter almost could have spotted it.
He's so low. 1 bullet will take him down. So on the
Swire's
back
got the
foot.
AWP.
Exactly. See what he can make of it. Do they just close things up? Try their luck in towards the B site here. They don't have map control elsewhere, and it's like they kind of have to. And there's heavy CT presence. Hunter, though, oh god, he does need to be careful. I don't know why he takes that pick.
Especially when his teammates right here that could have distracted. But what a lineup. Monacy without the AWP with the M4 instead. Couple of clean headshots as they walk right into it. Alex, 35 seconds here. Oh, and there's a guy coming from CT spawn. He's going to get shot at the back next. Right place, right time. And another one for G2 here. Starting to accumulate enough rounds on the CT side that it's becoming a really big problem for NIP.
And there's 2 rounds now with no bomb plan and all 5 players going down. So we already said the money was pretty tight. Nice aggressive maneuver here. Like, sure, like it could have got a bit dicey. Even if they get equal trades around, there's like whatever execution NIP had in mind, whatever they wanted to do, you've shut it down. Like, even if you end up in a 3-on-3, which they didn't, there's no set piece anymore. It comes down to Counter-Strike fundamentals. The individuals and G2 are always going to best them in that particular conversation. We enter round number 11. The penultimate outing here on the T side for NIP. It's a partial investment. Tech9's pretty much across the board with the acceptance of Rez. You'll have CZ. It's a fast B pop. Trying to cause some damage here, but they're the first ones to receive a face full of AK-47 bullets. They're not finding anything whatsoever. Clean as you like for G2. Solid hold. Hooksy is playing a bit of a belter here on the B-bomb site. He's delivering time and time again.
And having a really good time. He's laughing, he's shouting. It's just a party going on over there. For that kind of Tech9 round to really work, so much relies on the first kill. Like, you have to create the space. When it goes to the CT side, it's kind of all over almost immediately. 7-4. Last round of the half coming up here. As NIP try to recover something, anything. A 5th round here. They need it so badly.
Yeah, final opportunity. Last round, you're dead on. And they've got AKs, sure. Lacking resources. It's Nico. Trying to just set up the blockade towards middle. Hunter investigating the smoke in dark room. Speaking of which, just timing the smoke. Waiting for it to go down, then he'll Molotov through. Dislodge Hunter, who's been given another smoke. He can deploy that. In the same position, he wants to do it as late as possible, get the most out of it. Feeling the pressure though, he'll have to move out. But do NIP want to push in? Yes, they do, and to their own demise. Alex this time doesn't come out on top. Oh, Nico, that's wild. Through the smoke, Config trying to jump away. Final round, and a 5-on-3. Otherwise, NIP only post 4 on their T-side campaign, already a map down. What's the final maneuver? They have 2 smokes. They can smoke heaven. They can smoke connector or camera.
Try and set it up to avoid the AWP, but there's no avoiding Monacy. Even when you smoke him up, he still has the shot. Looking for more. He nearly had it on Rez. Looked like he triangulated that position from the traces coming through. 1 versus 3. It's originally a 1 versus 5 here for Rez. Absolutely should be no way that he get the bomb planted. Even 10 seconds more or less on the clock. Molotov to slow them down.
Okay, there's a plant there, I reckon.
9 seconds, 8 seconds. He can't fake it. He has to go for it. They're going to be all around him. Yeah, no chance here. 8-4 at the end, Henry. That's a lot on the side of G2.
We're live?
Yeah. It's only mid, yeah?
Yeah.
So we can rush short and they can't go ups.
Okay, let's do that. Let's just rush short. I didn't buy nades, by the way.
Flash close, side. Inside.
Hit. Hit dead. I'm planning.
Together?
Yeah, ready?
1, 2,
3,
3.
2, 1.
Jesus Christ.
They're smiling, man.
I'm blocking shorts instead.
Alright, I'm coming long. I have HE.
I have flash if you play small pit.
Long once. Ching. One low. Both long. I'm holding behind us.
Okay. I can smoke default after and we can like go to side.
Yeah, I think we should do that. I think he's in holes or... Yeah, I don't think he's side.
I smoke default and flashing side once. I'm going first. No way!
we got it. Was a little concerning there. Okay, one Nico. Well, double it mid instant.
Do you have time? No, right?
We have time, I think. We'll find out. It's good to find out Nico. I won't take bottom. Try flashing one for you. Flash.
Too long, 2 nades. They're going a little bit, I think.
Flashing, I have to move to short side.
They're so fast though.
Long.
Nice! Let's go. 8 damage, okay.
Wanna double nade pit maybe?
Welcome back to Blast Spring Groups 2024. You join us for the second map between G2 and NIP, the latter of which are looking down the barrel of tournament elimination after posting only 4 rounds on their T-side campaign. They doubled their outing in the previous matchup. They only got 2 rounds last time, but it ended up as a 13-2 end for them. I feel like it's going to be more the same. They lose this pistol, it's categorically over. G2 considered to be one of the best Anubis teams on the planet. So NIP, yeah, they've got their work cut out for them. It all starts here, the long road back into the tournament, trying to take us to Mirage. That's where Config will really come to life, his signature map.
Yeah, might be denied it at this stage. Oh, wow, that's a nice shot. Yeah, taking out Nico to begin with. I don't disagree, though. Lose this one, and there's probably not much to fight for. Down the middle, flashed in. Sees a couple of people, actually, so good information. Knows that there are 2 people towards the center of the map. This is, I don't know, at one point it really looked like NIP were on a little bit of a roll in that first half. It looked like they were accumulating a little bit of momentum. And then it just gets taken away. Config back here. See if he can fish another kill.
Hunter might be getting a freebie here. Config tucks himself in. As long as he gets one before he goes down, his job is done. But this wasn't necessary, was it? He found the man advantage. He wanted to go a step further. A telegraphed push. And now we're back to the 4-4. Completely nullifies his efforts. That great shot he gets on Nico is a distant memory now. The 4-4 certainly favors the T side.
There's not a defuse kit either on the NIP squad. They have to be a bit careful. Rez, I kind of like it. Sees that at least there are a couple of people there. S-Tag also confirming. Yeah, they're still down there. Molotov not going to affect anyone, but they are going to be able to get the B-bomb side. And actually, it looks like NIP kind of know that. They've got a good read. They've got 3 people already here. They've got the dualies set up as well. Alex, headshot. Hooksy gets 1 in return, and Monacy now alone against the last 2 players with 10 seconds on the clock. And Alex, the captain's performance there. 3 kills for him to secure the bomb side and the round.
Well, there we have it. The must-win pistol lands in their favor, denying the plant as well. Nico, nothing to do with the round. Picked off at the start. Beautiful shot from Config. Took a bit of a risk with the push. They hunted him down, but Alex, as you mentioned, great performance here, the USP. 3 kills in total. Denies the plant, more importantly. Yeah, indeed. So, it's Glocks again, Anders. And I would say this one is a done deal. It should be now, as Rez, he finds an early hat trick. Done. All right, not losing the Glocks this time. Oh, God, it gets a little bit close on the second interaction, but there we go.
It's fine.
That's absolutely fine.
We'll allow for it. NIP, like, how many rounds in a row would they need to win to start to feel some level of comfort, right? Like, the pistol is fine. It's something, but...
This is the round. If they can win this one, it's 8-7, you know? Like, they'll take a timeout. DGL knows this is all in the balance here. They've got the utility advantage. Maybe not so much in terms of firepower, but do they want to be assertive here? Do they want to dominate an area of the map? Do they want to go for their own B push? Maybe initiate a mid-flank early on. There's plenty of options here on both sides of the equation. The timeout suggests they're considering their options. What's DJL got up his sleeve? It goes without saying, NIP need to win every single round, especially this one. But they've done well to win the pistol. Second round follow-up, pushing back the eco, no problem. AKs are out in full force. ADR and utility damage. Hunter with 200.
It's pretty good. But yeah, you're right. This is a really critical round, apart from the pistol in the second half here. This one could set up an IP for a potential comeback. 8-6 is the current scoreline. Classic grenade thrown from inside of the A-bomb side. Doesn't really do that much damage, but people throw it all the time. And a bit of a slowing down. Nexa gonna investigate the front of the A-bomb side just to clear out if anyone's there. Very relaxed mid-control for NIP. Just kind of looking at it. They're not really on the forward foot in there. An exchange of Molotovs. Oh, wow. That's very close. Rez. Yeah, he just wants to not get shot through the door there as he tries to retreat.
Sub 1 minute. In terms of map control, G2 setting themselves up a B split here. They've got 3 players in towards the dark room. Traditional Molotov deployed. This is the smoke that lands left side, flashing over. And we'll see whether this is going to be enough. G2 looking for their first round here on the T side. An important moment here. 25 seconds remain.
They're already rotating out of the A-bomb side. They're going to be here pretty quickly. Config, nice couple of kills. Headshots galore for him. And Monacy and Hunter, 2 versus 3. Oh, fake plan and a nice spray down Hunter. That's a great move. 2 versus 2 all of a sudden. And Monacy up close. They've got a bit of a crossfire. He's going to get a chance to reload as well. And look, Rez, he's so low on health. He has to get an instant headshot if Hunter peeks this one. Oh, bit of a wallbang, but he gets much more than he bargained for there. S-Tag You have to be the hero. You have to get this one. He sees the foot, and it's enough for a kill. Flash around the corner, but m0NESY in main. And this is going to be a very, very hard defuse. He really has to try and find the kill right now. He's going to run out of time. He picks it up right away and spins for it. He picked up the kid in the meantime, and that is so close. But S-Tag will get the defuse.
Close as you like, but he certainly will. m0NESY painted into a corner. Didn't have the HP or the utility to fend him off. It was just a matter of time before S-Tag closes the gap. You mentioned it though, Config, with a beautiful sequence of headshots there. Solid B hold. They read it well. They pushed them back. Good positioning. And finally, he's starting to show some form here. Alex has been rock solid. Hunter and m0NESY did well to bring it down to a 1 versus 1. But S-Tag had all the advantages you could ask for, all the information required. Full defuse. They're trying to take it all the way to Mirage. Now they're starting to believe, Anders.
Wow.
Now they're starting to believe.
Yeah, the first bit of energy out of NIP in a really, really long time. Don't let it be just a flash in the pan. Don't let it just dissipate. They have to keep winning these rounds, right? It's not enough. You can't live off of one or two of these rounds where everyone's feeling fired up. You have G2 weakened a little bit right now. Find a way to crush them if you can. 3 Tech9s, a Deagle as well on Nico, and Hunter on the Galil. Hunter's had himself a really beautiful game. 14 kills right now on him. And they are going to try and go fast right through the Molotov, but Hetrick, good snipe, ready for more. But Hunter somehow able to take him down, and they get a kill on S-Tag. That's the A defense significantly weakened.
Oh,
Red's up here
incendiary.
trying to slow them down.
It didn't land. It gives them some open runway here. The bomb will go down at the very least. They're taking so much damage on Ruba. HooXi continues to find kill after kill. Hunter can't hold on to the spray though. Bomb doesn't get planted. HooXi thrown into a winnable scenario, but it's looking very unlikely. Nice grenade. Doesn't quite find the kill on Alex. He might have to retreat here and reassess his options.
I can't believe it. I thought that grenade was going to get the kill. 1 versus 2. Once he fires this gun, they're going to be right on him, jumping out, and they hunt him down. Alex, clean shot with the USP. That round nearly out of control for NIP. The initial couple of kills coming into with the Galil were just so good.
Oh, yes. Looked like they maybe did enough there. This is the partial buy from G2. Hunter doing God's work out there with the Galil. HooXi, nice shot. Oh, that was the moment. If Hunter gets that kill, yeah, call it done. He couldn't quite connect. One more bullet would do it. NIP hold on for now. As we get into round 17, a full buy finally for G2. Remember, it's 8-4.5, so that's 4 rounds in a row now. Alex, oh God, how are you still alive? He is thanking his lucky stars right now.
Especially against m0NESY. He's going to remember not to do that again.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing that one more time. Yeah, they need it right now. Nexa thought about it, wanted to push through. Had the idea, certainly. But that slows down the game quite a bit here. Moment in time where still the smokes are kind of up in all of the choke points. Another one in the middle right here is Nico. Hasn't really had a great amount of luck, Nico, finding Rez in the middle. He's been trying for a bit here. Still working on it in this round.
No frags found yet. Once more, G2 try their luck at the old dark room. Incendiaries and Molotovs are exchanged. Config up to 10 kills now. Looks like he's got the advantage here. Reading the situation well, catches HooXi, but next up, Big Bro is there to pick up the pieces, and it's going to be a beautiful shot from Nico, but still, Hetrick is here, AWP in hand, he can't hold on, the flashbang is way too effective, and that's going to be the first round for G2, guaranteed here. They'll maintain the lead as they go 9-8. Oh, the problem is, Anders, the money is absolutely ruined. This is what we keep talking about in CS2. I think there's a Reddit post right now on front page. It's like saying, when is the economy going to be adjusted? It's a really good point, because you can have these great starts. You're up 4-0, but because they've been closely contested rounds, you're going to get $1,400 into the next one. The first round you lose, you're completely reset.
Yeah, and that's what they're experiencing right now.
Yeah, so it's a rough one. The fact they saved 2 weapons is great, but Yeah, it's going to be a very, very difficult round to follow things up. If they don't win it, it might be enough for G2 just to cruise into a victory here.
I must say, great discipline for them not to peek head trick and wait for the flashbang.
Yeah,
Most of that out of position, if they run right into him, that's how you get a kill. But they just stopped in the dark room. And flashbang came over, he was done.
And you hear him fire off the shot, and you're just like, oh, we've done it. There's nothing you can do. And they were right in thinking so. Might be worth the tactical timeout here. Yes, I agree. You've got 2 weapons saved, $1,400 elsewhere. So I don't know. I don't even know what the correct call is. I would say force into it. I would say go for it.
Yeah, ride whatever wave of momentum you've been building.
You've been playing a great CT side here.
It's a tough call. It really is. They were always going to be the underdog in this game. They didn't really get things rolling on Vertigo ever. On this one, there's been some more convincing rounds. There's been a little bit of energy accumulating on the NIP side. It's not a lot, but
something.
It's something.
And they do force buy. Like I said, it's pick your poison at this stage. I think this is the correct option. You've got some firepower there. There's enough to bring in the FAMASes, but if they lose this, it's $1,900, 10-8 deficit, sets up a guaranteed 11th round. You get the picture. It won't be good at all. They give this one up. Oh no. How does he know? How is he so aware?
I think he knows because he's m0NESY. That's how it works. Head trick. Oh, it's Config. Double kill with the CSAT. That's rare nowadays. He does get the job done. 2 versus 3. Is there a chance for anyone to make it through? That smoke goes up and it's, yeah, Rez, he knows. It's such a long time he has to wait. They re-smoke it again, so definitely nothing he could have done.
Great effort from Config, but ultimately more of the same here. Save 2 weapons, have $1,900 next round. It's going to be 10-8. Things starting to spiral now. They have to hold on to these 2 rifles. Thankfully, G2 and their resources can't really justify a hunt right now. So it should be these 2 weapons saved. No problem whatsoever. Double digits over G2.
Yeah, bomb going to be going up in 3 rounds now, G2 from winning the series.
For the context of Group C, bear in mind the winner of this one, which is looking like to be G2, will play against Na'Vi. And they lost to them 2-1 in a very exciting upper bracket final.
Yeah.
So that'll be another fantastic rematch. That'll be going down tomorrow, if it comes through. Config, actually, like the fact he gets those 2 kills, it keeps them modest. It denies the hunt.
Yeah.
They can't throw a load of resources around getting those last 2 players. There's no further timeouts. Bear that in mind. They've used them all already. And it has to be the eco. Rez and Esatag would have to do the unthinkable to stand a chance here against a fully equipped, fired up G2. Looking to cruise their way into the group final. Nice dink from Rez. But ultimately a better shot from m0NESY.
Yeah, he's so fast with those flicks. Very hard to deal with.
And they can't really recover that M4. Like, they had everyone else stacked.
Yeah.
In B.
And G2, I mean, they can wait it out. They've got plenty of time. The one thing that can screw up this round for them is if they walk into a stack, right? So just play it a little bit slow. If you can gather any more information at the stage, it'll help.
This could get a bit wacky. If they catch a player with grenades in their hands, like just then, they've recovered the M4 at the very least.
Oh.
Yeah, this is weird now. Yeah, I told you. They kind of fumbled that one.
Here comes Wacky, yeah. Nico gonna be able to get that kill for free. S-Tag trying to see if he can push his luck a little bit. 45 seconds. Config still somehow without a weapon, just the USP.
Yeah, and there's no Kevlar on these 2 surviving players.
Yeah. Did they hear him? I don't know if they heard him running. It looks like Nexus kind of looking for it, and they are on the other side too, so wouldn't be surprised if he's going to get checked right away, leaving it 1 versus 3. Oh, just around the corner. But the bomb is in middle, and looks like they're going to be headed toward... Oh, hold on. That would have been fun.
It's getting weird.
15 seconds, just run and put the bomb down right now.
No, they've got the head trick M4 en route.
If he gets the kill, they win the round.
If he takes down the planter,
yeah,
he does it. He's done enough.
No!
It was so close.
One more bullet would have done it. They would have won the round.
It was so close.
It's a 1 versus 3. He had the right idea, at the right position. It just slips out of their hands barely. Config now
He can win
fighting.
it.
He can still win it. It's got the USP, but they're in the smoke. They've hidden away, and that's being held by an AWP. Nico, don't shoot your teammate. It spins around, and there it is. Such a close round. They could have had it in IP. It was right there.
Oh, they have no idea how close that was. Everyone in one bullet potential there for Config. Like I said, the way they were coordinating towards middle, you saw G2 with nades in their hands. You could see it from a mile away. It was about to get awkward for them. All started with that little ding from Rez. Didn't anticipate a third player in towards middle. Config takes down multiple players. If he gets that frag, it's all said and done. He gets the defuse, and enough here back on track. 11-8. One more round until series points for G2. m0NESY tries his luck towards B once again. He's been such a nuisance.
Yeah, whatever you do, Alex, don't make any crazy jumps around here. Don't give him the opportunity.
Nice nade.
That'll work. But Hooks,
God, not the nicest spray.
It almost slipped, didn't it? But now they're going to be setting it up. Alex in a lot of trouble. Shut down over the top of the smoke there. Nico able to see him. That's the B defense gone.
Do you just save? Yeah.
You have to. Save and fight for overtime. The call's already been made.
Oh, that sucks. There were so many moments there on a knife's edge. The missed spray. The player in front of the smoke, maybe he could have got a couple significant damage with their HE, but no frags found. And now they'll need 4 rounds in a row on their CT side just to take us to overtime. And then they've got to win the overtime and then play Mirage afterwards. I guess so much to be done here. NIP, it looks like, once again, this new look roster won't be making a deep run. It's G2 in cruise control now. A great start to the second half. They got 4 rounds in a row after winning the pistol Anders. But if they can keep everyone alive here, maybe there's something left to be said. Oh, the flashbang is brutal. Rez, I'm not going to say lucky, but that was certainly a fortunate frag.
He stays alive just barely. All right. It's actually Nexa and Hunter that are top fragging for G2 at the moment. So between, it's a little bit of a different look, right? We're so used to seeing m0NESY and Nico kind of steal most of the spotlight. So still good to see that be the case. I was getting really worried. That would have been a keyboard breaking moment for Hooksy if he had failed that. Monitor throwing moment.
Yeah, it could be.
Whatever your favorite is.
Came close to it today. All right then. Rez trying to fend them off towards middle. Could be the final round of play here. Hasn't quite been the electrifying series we saw between Vitality and Falcons. Still been entertaining though. He's been better for an IP.
Yes.
Definitely improvements. Showed some character. Showed some guts. Won some big rounds. Didn't just roll over. And can they keep their head above water here? S tag. Got a lot to do. Spotted. Flushed out. And now under a lot of scrutiny. Good backup grenades.
Oh, damn, yeah, that absolutely rocked him, didn't it? S-Tag not losing his cool back there. That's good to see. Say in terms of improvements,
they flashed.
Rez has been playing a great game.
They just flashed himself. They had a freebie on m0NESY, but they didn't time the flash well.